What does that mean, Doctor?
First of all, should liberate themselves
And relearn what they mean.
They have something tangible for Ethiopia.
Let us talk about the importance of election.
We have to drop it for the sake of Ethiopia.
The pre-election and during election and post-election.
We have to bring the fragmented ideas together.
All walks of life.
Yes.
Hello and welcome. This is our special edition. And in this edition, we focus on the 7th General Election of Ethiopia. And here with me is Dr. Waqgari Nagari. Dr. Waqgari Nagari is the Dean for Social Science and Development Studies at Public Service University. And Dr. Waqgari Nagari is a long-time experienced person, and we will focus on this issue today. And till the end of this program, stay tuned. Welcome to this special edition, Dr. Waqgari.
Thank you, sir.
And to begin with, let us talk about the importance of election. Why election is important for especially strengthening democracy in a given country.
Thank you for the question. Election is important because it makes people hear their voice and identify their preferences. So it is preference identification and a preference expression to the public. And at the same time, it is a collective type of decision making. It is very important because people bring their voice together to be heard by the government.
And the other one is, election is a process. And what should be done in the three phases of election? The pre-election, and during election, and a post-election.
Yes, like you said, election is one of the procedures of democratic movement. One of the procedures. It's not the only one, but it is a very important step in decision making by the people to have leaders of themselves. So, election requires consolidated and a strengthened type of preparation. Pre-election requires understanding of the situation, the circumstances, and demarcation or delimitation of boundaries. Which boundary is given to which party? All these should be delineated. And at the same time, during pre-election, the concerned civic organizations, the concerned citizens, the earmarked organizations should make all possible efforts to help people understand or develop awareness about election. So these are very important. First of all, knowledge building is very important. So people should understand what they will do in the next phase. That is the while election. During the while election, here again, a good understanding has been built. Now it is time to give a voice, to vote for the appropriate candidate. So this time, the government and all stakeholders should take should give careful attention to keep peace and order. Peace and order, because without peace and order, we cannot express our interests. So during the while election or during the election time, including citizens, including community members, leaders, religious leaders, and all possible groupings in the country, they should make all efforts to make the process or the procedure peaceful and fair. That's it.
What can we learn from the past, and how can we forecast the future election?
Well, learning has to take place always. We learn always. We have to be learners. There is no perfection as such on this earth, because this is human-based earth. In human-based earth, there could be problems, challenges from which we learn and develop a new mentality and develop a new roadmap for the future. So in the past 6 elections, we achieved some gains, and we had also some challenges. From both, we have to learn something. From success and from failure, we have to be ready to learn. Rather than learning from success story, it is better for me to learn from challenges, because these challenges create new eyes. If you are ready to have new eyes, these new eyes may make the miracle of the day. Otherwise, if you remain appreciating what we have gained, we may remain in the zombie business world, right? In the usual world. So we have to think out of the box. So all situations are good as far as we think creatively. But if you don't think creatively, situations are not good. They threaten us. So this requires transforming mindset. Transforming mind is very important. If we think the way we were thinking today, we cannot solve today's problem. This is scientific, and it is also meaningful. So we have to understand that way.
And you remind me that Dr. Waqgari, I know in different trainings, in different public events, and even in advising different people, believes in context. You always say the context matters. And what does that mean, Doctor?
You have raised a good idea. Even important thing may be considered as unimportant when it is out of its place. Important thing. And because of that, we have to understand the context. Sometimes we may cry. Sometimes we may dance. We may rejoice. With the same being, with the same mindset, we do different things because of differences in situations. So one size may not fit all. We have to have different sizes. We have to have different sizes according to situations, according to performers, according to citizens, because we have differences all the time. We should not expect all things the same in the world, right? Let alone the world, let alone the country. We cannot expect one method, one size for a family member, for family members, for the family, because we have to think according, because people have preferences, people have experiences. Because of these, there could be splits among them. And it is a natural thing. It is not unnatural. Difference is natural, but the way we manage matters. When we say context, it is the hallmark of everything. It is the hallmark. Context is the hallmark of everything. We have to operate according to the context. Ethiopians should operate according to Ethiopian context. We should not operate according to American context. We should not operate according to Russia's context. We have our own context, but we have something to share with them. We have something to learn from them. So our context is our dwelling place. Our context is our base. So we have to develop what we have to develop accordingly.
The other one is, institutions do have their own significant roles whenever transforming the country is concerned. And what do you think about the institution's role in making this election, the upcoming election, peaceful and fair election?
We have two types of institutions. One, we have designated institutions. The other one, we have institutions of the country. In one way or another, all institutions are concerned, responsible for what is taking place in Ethiopia. And for election, all institutions are responsible, equally responsible. Of course, as I've already said, there are earmarked, that means institutions which are meant to actively engage in the election processes. Right? These are like drivers, runners. They run before others. So they should guide, they should assist others. They should assist the local people, the communities. So the assisters, those who assist, take the lion's share. Taking the lion's share, they should walk in front of others. If they walk in front of others, others will learn something good from them, and what is to be carried out in the country will be consistent type, meaningful, looking at the mission vision of the country. Above all, whatever organization may be, we should not miss the mission vision of the country, the mission vision of the continent, the mission vision of humanity. Humanity should be given. For humanity, we have universal mission vision. And from the universal one, we have countrywide mission vision. That's it.
I think there will be nobody who denies this. How should our political parties learn from each other and unlearn something they don't want and relearn what they miss so far?
Yes. All contestant parties or all political parties in Ethiopia belong to Ethiopia. They are meant for Ethiopians. They are not meant for someone else. So they are ours. For me, as far as I'm concerned, all political parties, they prepare something for Ethiopians. They have something tangible for Ethiopians. If they have, they are meant for Ethiopians. If they don't operate according to the wants, the interests of Ethiopians, they may not belong to Ethiopia. I believe so. So these political parties, first of all, should liberate themselves from the dependency syndrome. They should be themselves. They should believe in what they think they should do. They should have something tangible for the communities, for the people of Ethiopia. And when they contest, when they compete, they have to target Ethiopians. And they have to target the benefits of the communities, the people of Ethiopia. If they look at themselves, they miss the target, the very target.
So they shouldn't miss the national interest.
The national interest is number one. Ethiopianism is number one. Ethiopianism. If Ethiopia exists, they exist. They compete in the existing Ethiopia. They have to understand. If they miss that they exist in Ethiopia, that they live in Ethiopia, they have forgotten everything. They have forgotten everything. So they should be one in mind.
I think this goes with the philosophy you always say, that the tree and the forest.
Yes, the tree and the forest. They should look at the big picture. That big picture is, you have reminded me, something good. The big picture is Ethiopia. The trees are individuals, whatever, whoever they are, individuals, Ethiopians, human beings in Ethiopia. If they do so, they bake a good injera for Ethiopians. Good dabo. They bake a good injera. If they bake a good injera, people are eager to have that injera. But if they bake injera which is not served to others, to people, or which doesn't please Ethiopians, it is not a good injera.
Challenges and opportunities are always there, and you have said people better learn from challenges than the opportunities, you said. And the past elections do have their own limitations, and as the time come and go, we learn from the past, we have takeaways from the past, and we adjust our future, and how the political parties and the election, the entire election process, learn from the past and bring something good, bright for the generation.
That's another great idea. Right. All the time, as I've already said, we are learners. If you are learners, we develop self-awareness. These political parties might be a part of election in the past. They might know the problems happened to them. They might know their failure. So if they develop self-awareness, if they develop awareness of others, if they develop the competency of managing others, they can easily spot the problem and make amendments in what was missing. So first of all, there should be readiness to look at self, identify past failures, and make them important for today's world, for today's election. If they do so, this election will be better than the previous ones, if all come together. So this is a mutual journey for Ethiopia, because they belong to Ethiopia, as we have already said. This mutual journey requires or necessitates consensus-based type of discussion. So they have to learn sharing ideas with each other for the sake of, for the betterment of the country, for the good of Ethiopia. So targeting the country, if they share ideas and identify the problems occurred in the past, this election will be better than the previous one.
And dear viewers, we are discussing the upcoming Ethiopian election and the process of election. And if you stay with us, you will get many takeaways from this program. And don't go anyway. Stay tuned again. And thank you, Doctor. And the political parties now, debating and competing each other. And they are campaigning. So the public do have demands. How should political parties debate based on policies, based on rules and regulations, without any insulting each other, undermining each other?
It was also in my mind when I listened to what some people say, I don't feel happy because they use negative words, negative ideas. This is not competition language. Competition language should be attractive. To compete with me, you have to attract me first of all. Otherwise, I will not approach you. So we have to use flavored language to express our views. We may have different provisions to come up with new policies, but we have to present them in a decent way. Insulting, it is a kind of coercive approach. It's not good. So all political parties should develop high-level thinking. High-level thinking. Wherever they go, they have to look at the people they stand for, or they campaign to have vote. They have to understand. They have to talk according to the interests of the target groups. So we have to identify
the demand of the public, the general public.
We have to identify with who do we talk. We have to ask a question. With who do we talk? We have to know how to talk. We have to know what to talk. And we have to understand again the existing missing elements. Rather than saying wrong things, we have to say the existing missing elements, because we are here to fill the missing elements. We are not here to insult each other. Sure. We are here to respect each other. We are here to use the language of attraction, because we build the same house. This house is Ethiopia. So to build the same house, if you quarrel, you cannot build a good house. That house may be clumsy house. So to help, to run, to develop Ethiopia, and to move Ethiopia forward, we have to respect each other.
Thank you very much again. And the other one is, there is no free spaces. There is no free things whenever something is going to happen. How do you think about the external and internal pressures that may limit or disturb this election? How our public, the general public, and even the stakeholders, including the government, should take care of these things?
That's also natural. That's also natural. We may have external allies, we may have external enemies, we may have internal allies, we may have internal enemies.
Sure.
This happens because people have different interests. Due to these interests, they come up with different ideas which may disrupt what is going on. We have to understand what is taking place inside and outside. First of all, we have to have camera eyes, camera type of thinking to identify what do we learn from what the internal people say and what do we learn from what the external people say or allies or enemies say. In both cases, we have to make a kind of balance. We have to listen to them and then we have to come up with something creative to arm ourselves and move forward. So this is natural. So we should not panic.
Sure.
We should not panic. Rather, we have to develop our personality with a new type of thinking, with a new level of thinking to come up with a better understanding, a better reasoning.
And the other one very important issue I want to raise is the issue of peace and promoting peace. Actually, everybody should promote peace. But as you have already said, people do have their own interests, individual interests, group interests, and so on. And how should we promote peace on the eve of the 7th